racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the New York Jets. Two teams here playing for pride as the final week of the NFL season is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And he's got a noon one. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards, the final tally.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And this one complete right side to Funchess. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Show it up. Show it tight.
Darnold to throw again. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Micah Hyde able to get a hand in and knock that one away.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. To the air again, Darnold. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 24-yard line.
16 yards. 1st down, Jets.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Give it up.
On 1st down, Darnold. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
49, guys.
Back to the air. Darnold on second down. This will be caught inside the 10. 15 yards on the play. First down.
Let's go.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that would be pinpoint here.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that makes the score 7-0. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
Bills take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Allen and the Bills now with a first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Watch the screen.
Here's Allen to throw it. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Allen. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And an alley to run. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today.
This is caught inside the 15. A gain of 32 that time. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
Now Bell. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Bills' 10-yard line.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Bell. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
This is caught. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Bills' goal line stand is going to get them the football back.
Check, 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 check.
On the ground with the rookie Devin Singletary. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Check, Mike 46. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Avery Williamson. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Now it's Crowder. They knew they were going to have great field position, went all out, got a little too aggressive.
And you have to understand your angles. They're cut down. When they're that backed up, you've got to be careful going after him.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Avery Williamson. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Jets 7, Bills nothing.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Throwing now is Allen into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. After the interception, here's Darnold. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Jamison Crowder, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jets will extend their lead.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
Extra point put through by Succo. And that'll make the score 14-0. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
From the gun, it's Allen. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice, safe throw.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. C.J. Mosley able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
2nd down and 10. Darnold. They'll buy some time right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Singletary to get the drive started. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is
fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. From the 50, it's Darnold. Got an open man. It's a noon one. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Complete to Quincy Enunwa. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Bills' 44-yard line.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Darnold. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Avery Williamson in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now Allen. That one complete to Yeldon. Call it a gain of 5, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Yeldon was always reliable out of the backfield for Blake Bortles, and now he has a chance to help out another young quarterback in the same way in Josh Allen. But you look at the numbers a season ago, 55 catches, almost 500 yards, very sure hands for a running back. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
61, matchbox right.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Darnold. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Darnold now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Darnold from the gun. Ebron with it over the middle. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
Here we go. Here we go. Set. Takes the outlaw. Watch the pass.
On 1st and 10, Bell. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And Darnold, he lost the football.
We got this.
The offense retains possession.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Succop. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. The Bills send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Crowder now to return. 12 yards on the return that time. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Darnold now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Darnold now to throw. This one caught by Crowder. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Trumaine Johnson. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. 11 yards there, 1st down. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10.
Crash. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Allen. His throw incomplete. Tyler Kroft, the tight end, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing is Allen on third. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Marcus May with a pick. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell, his 21st touchdown of the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point put through by Succop, and the lead will swell by one more.
Ryan Succop set to kick off.
Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 27. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. Short throw, pick 6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave.
And eventually he's taken down here. Great coverage downfield, resulting in the sack. Quinnen Williams in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. To the air, Allen. Smith catches left side. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
To throw on 3rd down, Allen. And an alley to run. Allen hit. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
Yo, son, 49, guys. Mike, 49. Come to my world. We want it.
They'll go again with Bell. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field. Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3. Suckup now set to kick it off following the made field goal. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one. Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right. Like that, don't you? All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic? Yeah. I like that. Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast. What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it. On second and 11 now. Allen, he's going deep. And now here is another interception. Marcus May with a pick. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one. And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach. It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here. Still third quarter, but you just get that feel. Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they? Bell. It's a big run that time by Bell. 47 yards. How about our reigning AFC Player of the Week, hot-footing it into the secondary on that run? Yeah, nice long run. That's what got him the award a week ago. Maybe he's trying for 2 in a row here this week. And am I seeing this correctly? They brought out the field goal team here on first down from the left hash. Should be a fairly easy one here. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in. Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but Yeldon fighting. He lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And they're going to set up shop at the 7-yard line.
Result of the play, first down and 10.
Ready to break.
Mike 49. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Right up.
A first carry for Trenton Cannon. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
On the carry, it's Cannon. Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Let's go. 30 base.
In your face.
Hit it.
On third down, here's Cannon. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. Well, one of the few things that's gone right for them. Likely a little too late, but maybe a little feather in their cap.
I think so, and to me, they played that play without looking at the scoreboard, without worrying about where they were in the score, because things haven't gone right, as you noted, for them much of this game. But they gave great effort there and picked up a defense that's had its share of troubles in this one.
The throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. And here's Allen throwing again. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Trumaine Johnson. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
First down, Jets.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Cut. Check, check.
Ready, ready.
Back to Cannon again on first down. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, we got to get to the...
Ready. Shoot.
On second down, this is Cannon. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Here I come. Here I come.
Speed grip. Speed grip.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 29-yard line. That's where Crowder makes his hay in the slot. Jets hoping to see more of that going forward. He signed with them in March after the last 4 seasons being in Washington. Had 3 pretty good years, then sort of tailed off last season due in large part to an ankle injury. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
On the tackle. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Bills' 28-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Bell, down right around the 25. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On third down, it's Cannon. And he loses the football a second time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Brown. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down.
Brown 80.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
You got nothing.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Now Allen to throw. Going to throw again. Forced out to his left. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
The Bills on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So off goes Allen, and on comes Stephen Hauschka for the Buffalo field goal. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So off goes Allen, and on comes Stephen Hauschka for the Buffalo field goal. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And the kick is good, so they avoid the shutout, but still a tough one to swallow here. They only post 3 points, and this game is over. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Jets, the win won't get them to 500, but they will finish on a high note at 7-9. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, it's just more heartache as they drop their 12th game of the season. And it will be a disappointing finish to the regular season, no doubt.
Many y'all came to win.
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright.
Yep.
I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different